everyone, I'm the Sports Wiz 101, and today I'll be giving you my predictions for week number 4 of the NFL season. We'll be predicting all these games to take place in week 4, and last week did a bit better than what we have been. We have been going 9-7 each of the first 2 weeks, but last week we went 11-5. That's more like what we expect. I will try to get back to that record this week. Hopefully we actually do better than that. And it starts in the AFC with the Miami Dolphins, fresh off of their massacre of a victory over the Denver Broncos, taking on the Buffalo Bills. Based on how the season has gone so far, I think these are the two. One of these teams are going to win the East. One of these two teams is going to win the AFC East. And perhaps this could be a big game in deciding which of these two that is. Me personally, I think it's going to be very easy for the Dolphins to come back down to earth after putting up a whopping 70 on Denver. Especially with Buffalo's defense being, good. Throwing the fact that this is in Buffalo, and I think the Bills will be able to score on that Dolphin defense. Give me Buffalo to win this one. Ravens and Browns going at it in Cleveland. Kind of like the last one, I think these are both teams that have very real shots of winning their division. In Cleveland's case, I have been very impressed by them. Their defense has been better than I would have given them credit for in the preseason. And Deshaun Watson he's been alright. Still, I think a formula like that is still going to be enough for them to win at home over the Ravens. So I'll take them. Steelers and Texans going at it in Houston. Feels like the Steelers' offense is starting to click on all levels. So I'll take them in a win in Houston over the Texans. Bengals and Titans. I think now is the time for the Cincinnati Bengals to start to look like the Cincinnati Bengals again. Especially going against a Titans team that I would expect their defense to dominate this coming Sunday. I feel like if the Titans win, then that means they'll have to get a big game from Derrick Henry. But Derrick Henry dealing with an injury. Throw in the fact that the Bengals have had the Titans' number over the past couple of years. And I will take Cincinnati to win this one. So Raiders and the Chargers, two teams that I think you could say have disappointed, especially the Chargers. But here I think the Chargers actually look more like the Chargers that we were expecting starting this week. Give me LA in a battle, in a win over Vegas. And then it's my Kansas City Chiefs traveling to the Meadowlands to play the Jets for Sunday Night Football. In this battle, it's going to be a game where I think the Chiefs' defense will feast, especially with Zach Wilson still as the quarterback for the New York Jets. The Chiefs' offense won't quite be as good as they were last week when they put up 41 on the Bears, especially seeing as they're playing the Jets, a team whose entire strength is their defense. The Chiefs are not putting up 40 points on the Jets. That being said, I still think the Chiefs should be able to walk out of the Meadowlands with a victory. Falcons and Jaguars next up. Inter-conference battle in London. And here's the thing. Jacksonville, they have tended to play their best football in London. I think we see a better Jaguars team as they finally wake up. All it takes them is a trip across the ocean. But, hey, it works. Rams and Colts. The Colts coming off an upset win over the Baltimore Ravens. And I like the Colts here. Feels to me like the Rams offense, it was impressive the first couple of weeks. It's people starting to get some sort of answer to it. Throwing the fact that I think Anthony Richardson for the Colts is expected back. I feel like he'll be running a lot, but it'll be to the Colts' benefit. So yeah, I'll take the Colts. And now, a battle between the two most humiliated teams of this past week. The Denver Broncos and the Chicago Bears. I am so sorry if you are a fan of either of these teams. In this case, I'm taking the better offense. In this case, I do think it's Denver. I think Denver right now has a better offense than Chicago, and I think that's what separates these two teams. That's what's going to lead to Denver winning in Chicago. Now for a better matchup. Patriots and Cowboys. In Dallas, the Cowboys coming off a shocking upset loss to the Cardinals of all teams. New England? Well, they're New England. Good defense. They got Bill Belichick. The offense is stagnant. Well, I think the offense is probably going to look decent against the Cowboys defense that apparently, without Trayvon Diggs, falls apart. But I still think the Cowboys should be able to make some plays with the pieces they still have, like Micah Parsons. And then you look at the offense with Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb. I think even Tony Pollard, those guys, I think, should be able to make the plays the Cowboys would need to win this game. Moving on to the NFC, it's the Lions and the Packers. Thursday night football. These are the two teams that looks like are most likely to win this division. This will be a huge matchup on Thursday night football from Lambeau Field. And I've got a feeling that Jordan Love is going to be able to have the best game of his career so far against the Lions defense. I'm going to take the Packers in what's going to be my upset of the week. Give me Green Bay at home in primetime over the Lions. Then it's the Vikings and the Panthers. Give me Minnesota. Yeah, they've had some turnover issues, and I'd say those turnovers are the main reason why Minnesota comes into this game 0-3. But I think they should not have much of a problem with the Panthers, especially with the way Carolina's looked the first few weeks. Commanders and Eagles. Washington came back down to earth with a loss to the Bills this past week. Meanwhile, the Eagles are sitting here undefeated, looking to continue their run, going against the team that has the most recent regular season victory over Jalen Hurts. But I think the Eagles are just a better team. I like Philly here. Tampa, New Orleans. Buccaneers Saints, call us the Jameis Winston revenge game. Aside from that, also the return of Alvin Kamara after he was suspended for the first 3 games of the season. I like New Orleans. I think their defense is good enough to stymie the Buccaneers. And I get the feeling that Kamara will go back to his usual ways of controlling the Bucs. Next up is the lock of the week, the 49ers at home over the Cardinals. Yes, the Cardinals have been surprisingly competitive, especially over the past couple of weeks, getting close to beating the Giants, and then they go and beat the Cowboys. But this is still a bad team, one of the worst teams in the league, traveling to Santa Clara, to battle one of the best teams in the league. I like the 49ers. I don't think it's going to be all that close. Then it's Monday Night Football. This week, only one Monday night game. It's the Seahawks and the Giants. I think Seattle is back to the team that a lot of people expected. A lot of people expected Seattle to at least be a playoff team. Other people were willing to go further. And again, the Giants are without Saquon Barkley. Or at least I'm expecting them to be without Saquon Barkley. And even then, it's a Seahawks team that just defends the run pretty well. I like Seattle to get the win against the Giants. But there you are. There's my predictions for week number 4 of the NFL season. If you like this, please like and subscribe for more to come in the following weeks. I've been the Sports Quiz 101, and I will see you all later.